Whenever you hear of people talking about standardizing a process, it's really easy for us to think about standardizing processes at the work level, as in the work that the people do who sit at the desks, the people that work machinery or work as assemblers. But what about management and leadership? After all, isn't that a process that should also be standardized? And of course the answer is yes. There is something called leaders' standard work. What that's made up of is thinking of what are all the routine things that have to happen throughout a working week or a working day that are there to enable the processes to perform as effectively as possible. Well, think of cooking a three-course meal. It's very unlikely that you would attempt to prepare and cook and serve all of those three dishes at the same time. But if you wanted to learn how to do that, you would probably practice, and over time you'd develop a sequence, a best known way of doing those activities in the right order. And so it's the same for leadership and management. So some tips on how to apply leader standard work. My advice would be to start off very simple and build complexity over time. A good example could be, for instance, employees requesting holiday and leave and so on, and that needing to be covered. That's, for a lot of managers, quite an interruption that distorts their day. They set out with a plan of things to do at the start of the day, and then it gets to 4 or 5 o'clock and they realise that a lot of the things they wanted to achieve have been interrupted with other tasks. So leader standard work could suggest, let's have a window of that day, every day, a set time in the day where is allocated for employees to come and arrange their leave and for that to be booked. And any requests outside of that time window wouldn't be accepted. If you build on that same idea, you can start to arrive at a condition where you have structure, repetitive structure, just like you might already have with certain meetings in the calendar. But the idea is that these routines, these activities are standardized, they're delivered all the time, consistently, and that leads to better managed, organized processes.